So thankfully I am staying at a lovely home in Ventura. Still sleeping in my van, but I got to use a shop vac and a washer and dryer. And it is a van cleaning kind of Wednesday. So, thought I'd show you guys what my van looks like empty and what I pack and wear and store in the van. That is my home. As I've mentioned before, one of my favorite things about the Honda Odyssey is it has all this storage. So it's like free shelving for me. That's what it looks like empty. Here's the front seat. Not much has changed up here when it is empty. This is what my van looks like with absolutely nothing in it. So it's just a 4x8 plank that basically fit in here perfectly. The only thing I had to trim was the length of it. And this part opens up into a trunk. So that's what it looks like open. So there is the trunk storage flap opened at its full glory. And I had to put this beam here. So we were able to pop the plastic off of this back strip and put little screws in from the back side to hold that beam, which is what allows this to stay. And then we have 3 supports underneath the whole thing. So wherever you see these little screws is where there's a support beam. And this shelf, although it looks simple, was extremely difficult to make because all of the dimensions in the van are not symmetrical. So everything has to be angled to be even with the floor and level with the floor of the earth and not of the van. But these little pockets are currently empty. A lot more spacious. Underneath here, you can see how the floor is not even, and with nothing in it, it goes all the way through and goes all the way back to that beam. So that is what my platform looks like. And it can be fully taken out. So if you take out a couple screws on this side and a couple screws on the shelf side, you can pull those out and then the platform just comes completely out. You can see the platform from the back side. Woo! So I have my window covers hanging above each window that it is dedicated to, and I use these little mini bungee cords, which works well. I also use them to hang my fishing pole, which is kind of in a good place because it's out of the way. I can access it when I need to. And it works as a great drying rack. And that's my water tank. So it's a 5-gallon tank and I'm able to fill it up at places. I've used water hoses before from my friend's house, or I just pay like $2 and fill it up. And I have one of the rechargeable water dispensers on top for my sink. I just want to say, like, I'm so happy and thankful to be living in this van. Like, this has been a goal of mine for so long. About a year and a half ago, I took a road trip in my car, and that's kind of like when it all started. And then I built out a trailer, but I did not want to pull that around the US because that was a lot. That was a lot to deal with. So living in a minivan is like the most exciting thing for me, and I still can't believe it's real and it's happening. Like, it blows my mind. And I feel so cozy and comfortable in here. It's insane. It's amazing. I remember sitting in here when I first got it and just being so excited and so thrilled for what was gonna be, and now here I am doing it. So I'm just very thankful and grateful that this is my life. It's pretty awesome. Now I'm gonna show y'all some dimensions of my home. My entire platform is 56 inches. So the board in the middle is 4 feet, but it extends out on this side for this little step that we created. This little additional area right here. And it turns out to be 56 inches width. And let's get the length. 94 inches from that end to here. So at about 21 inches is where I have the hinge, and then that lifts up into the extra storage trunk area. This little shelf sticks up off the platform about a foot, and it is 8.5 inches wide. Originally we were gonna put like a table on the outside, but this ended up being simpler. This water jug fits so perfect, like it's crazy. I don't know how that worked out. And I have my little water dispenser that just comes right out. Getting the bottle in, getting this 5-gallon jug in is a bit tight. So my bow and arrow goes in here first. Not where you are. It just hides right in there. Side door pocket. I got Windex. I got my laundry detergent and my conditioner shampoo bottle. Boom. Ooh. Trying to go in some extra hidden. Oh. I like this right here for stuff that I need to reach inside and outside of the van, since I can do both. So I've got a towel in my shampoo conditioner mud, and I'm gonna put in my kitchen stuff. Literally the perfect fit. All my food storage. And passenger seat princess. So much better. Window covers are Reflectix with black fabric and cute fabric. Boom! Home sweet home. I'm not glamorous in my cooking setup at all, but I want to show you what I have and what I use. I try and stick to like nuts, beans, veggies, fruit. I'm learning how to forage. I keep saying that, but I definitely need to do more research. So I have this mug because usually when I make some kind of like mixture of beans, this is like a good size for it. This is like my bowl cup if I make like tea or coffee combination. Simple. Got it on sale at REI. Salt. Pepper. That's it. I have a can opener since I eat a lot of canned things like chicken noodle soup. I feel like I could just live on chicken noodle soup. My Katadyn water filter so I can drink out of rivers and streams. It's so nice. Oh, it's so much better. When I go to national parks and they give me the little welcome guide explanatory thing, I use it, and then I use it as fire starter. And I like reading these. There's so many interesting facts. Like, did you know that Crater Lake is the deepest lake in the US? I think it's like 300 feet deeper than Lake Tahoe. So I keep those and then put them to good use. Matches. This is like the tiniest thing of matches. And then this little baby. This is when I get fancy. So it's an MSR Seagull pan pot thingy. And inside of it, my backpacking stove. I use an isobutane backpacking stove for when I want to cook. I mean, I could cook over an open fire, but this is just so much easier. It's just this little baby. Screw it onto here. And then the pat goes on top. Voila! I also just love that it packs away so small, like that it all fits in the pan. That's why I get like the tiniest canister they have. And that's it. I keep it all in this packing cube. But yeah, that's my cooking essentials. I almost forgot. This little set of Toke's titanium silverware is the only silverware I have. And I keep this on me wherever I go because if I'm in a coffee shop and I want a quiche, I love quiches, I can just use my reusable silverware. And it's also my only set of silverware. It's cool if you just like go to the thrift store and get like a fork and a knife and a spoon. Way cheaper. I think this thing was like $18. They are really light, which is nice, but I've yet to do extreme backpacking. But if I do, I'm ready.